Business strategy operates on grids and spreadsheets, demanding predictable, data-driven results. Visual art is subjective and fluid, relying on emotion and interpretation. Historically, these two disciplines sit on opposite ends of the professional spectrum, but modern leadership requires an entirely different approach. To build truly effective organizations today, leaders have to find a way to connect that rigid analytical discipline with compelling visual storytelling. Dan's style operates exactly in that intersection. He has spent his career mastering the executive rigor required to run major corporate initiatives, while simultaneously developing the creative vision of a working artist. This diagram illustrates the macro to micro perspective shift. Analyzing a complex business challenge from a high-altitude strategic level funnels data down to clarify ground-level tactical details. This duality clarifies decision-making, whether allocating millions in a boardroom or adjusting lighting in a studio. Mastering the overarching business view alongside the specific creative execution is the mechanism that delivers a perfectly framed narrative. That overarching view comes from a 45-year career in the highly regulated financial services sector. Within that industry, Dan managed high-level corporate functions, directing product development, orchestrating brand management, and leading complex marketing initiatives. His strategic mindset took root early, starting with his graduation from the University of Southern California's School of Business in 1983. This diagram shows how chaotic project data is organized by Project Management Professional, or PMP, methodology. PMP is a globally recognized certification that verifies a professional's ability to lead complex projects and direct teams. Dan earned this certification to provide a rigorous structural framework for his business processes. He also layered in an understanding of physical properties and regulatory environments, maintaining his standing as a licensed California real estate broker since 2010. Over 4.5 decades, he accumulated a dense set of analytical, financial, and managerial skills. That history built a rock-solid foundation for navigating, understanding, and controlling highly complex systems. 7 years ago, Dan retired from corporate life, but instead of slowing down, his internal drive accelerated into a completely new discipline. He took decades of structured corporate experience and translated it directly into the highly technical, demanding medium of the visual arts. That translation required a specific leap into aviation, leading him to earn his certification as a commercial drone pilot from the Federal Aviation Administration. The equipment required to execute this operational vision is substantial. Operating a heavy-lift multi-rotor rig with a professional camera payload demands intense technical rigor. He founded Abetica Studios to channel this expertise, producing commercial, documentary, architectural, and aerial photography for a wide roster of clients. This transition leveraged the same operational discipline Dan developed in business, the ability to manage a complex, multivariable system from a vantage point that reveals the entire landscape. He traded the strategic oversight of financial networks for the technical oversight of aerial sensors to capture that same high-level view. Beyond producing his own commercial work, his focus naturally shifted toward investing in his community. He takes an active, hands-on role in hosting creative and marketing workshops, designing programs specifically to elevate the skills of upcoming professionals. He also contributes to formal education, sharing his technical expertise by teaching photography, drone imaging, and digital design and production at our local college. This photograph shows his specific visual eye for structural integrity. Framing the perfect architectural shot requires a deep understanding of composition, lighting, and the scale of the campus. A leader's lasting impact is defined by the successful transfer of their unique perspective to the next generation of creators. We are looking at a professional who easily moves between two extreme disciplines, managing major corporate budgets one day and physically piloting a commercial drone the next. He pairs the macro-level skills of advocating for systemic change and creating corporate brand strategy with the micro-level tactical execution of digital production. Whether he is analyzing a financial spreadsheet or looking through a camera viewfinder, his overarching perspective remains relentlessly sharp and innovative. Now he is here to share the insights of that exact methodology with all of us in this room.